Hola mi gente, ¿cómo está cana? It's me, Miss Ashling, and you are so welcome here at my channel. Yeah, your aura seems really good today. Really good. So, I talked about this on my live, and for those of you who don't know, I used to be an English teacher, and for a million and one reasons, I stopped teaching, but I still love books. I love books. I love everything about books. I love the way a notebook like this sounds. And this is my front. And look at spiral. You know. So the first book I want to talk about is Persepolis, the story of a childhood. And the author is, I am very bad with pronunciation because I have 3 languages in my head, so I'm going to try my best. Marjane Satrapi. I may be wrong, so do not quote me, but the author has done a lot of work, so I know that she herself is out there and there's like stuff and interviews and things, so if you want to know the correct pronunciation of her name, I'm not the source of it. So this book was published in 2003, and I had not heard of it, not even heard of it till maybe 2022, when someone gave me the copy and said that I might like it. See, I read a lot. I love a good comic book too, and a graphic novel, and that's what this is. This is a graphic novel. I also learned after reading the book that it was made into an animated film. This is the first book in a series. I'm not sure how many books are in the series, 2, maybe 3, I don't know. If you'd like to know more, that's for you to look up if you want, if you're interested. I myself have not gotten a hold of the other books or watched the video because I just want to catch up on all the other books I have, but I'm definitely interested when I get caught up, when I'm ready to go to the next level and look at some sequels. I would definitely check this out. So if I were teaching this book in a classroom, it's a hero's journey for sure, and basically the young woman that takes place in Iran, and I don't know anything about that culture, so this was really eye-opening for me. I mean, I know about, in a general sense, how the country is presented in the media in America and stuff like that, but like I don't really know anything about it, so I don't judge anything I don't know anything about. I just say, I don't know. But that's why I love reading, so that I could get an idea. And it was very interesting to me to see what life was like from a child's perspective. The author was writing about her own childhood and how her country's government changed and how that affected her growing up. And no spoilers, but yeah, the second book I think entails more of like her young adult years, whereas this book is like being a kid, and like it's like she's a teenager a little bit, but not like an older teenager. If I was doing a comparison in class between this graphic novel and another, I would compare it to graphic novel Mouse, which also has sequels. I do not know if this is on a banned book list. The way the culture seems to be now, I could see that it might be, which is a little silly for me. A little silly for me. A little silly for me. It's also very, like, it talks about the restrictions, and it was not a restriction for, it was like restrictions on personal freedoms, like what you want to believe in, how you want to dress. Those are two things that I have always been really passionate about. I think that people have the right to express themselves as they choose, and it is not on us to judge, especially if it's not actually like physically harming anybody else. Like, so that's just me. I think like people need to control their judgment maybe versus like controlling others. That's what this book's message was, I think. I think that was the book, the underlying message of the book was, you know, you have to control yourself and your own desires and needs and wants, but controlling others is just like, how, especially a child, you know, within reason, everything within reason. It's like if you're already covering everything, you still have to cover more. I don't understand that, but I understand that for some people that's important for themselves. So people should be able to do how they want themselves. So that's what I think this was. It's just like she understood that other people wanted to be like that, but she personally did not. So it's a right to yourself and also a respecting of others, you know, and sometimes that's a real big challenge. So that's my review of Persepolis. Just some gravy. Scratching. Let me open up a page that's not copyrighted, right? What's the title page? It's a softcover book, but it has the flap as if it was a hardcover book. That, and you can like use it as a bookmark. That's always what I would do with books when I was a kid anyway. Put the flap in as the bookmark. I have a million bookmarks. A million. I never know where they are. I'm too lazy to go get up and get one. Camera's up too high for that. is a, this was actually an advanced reader's copy, uncorrected proof. So, I don't know. And I received it at the teacher convention portion of Comic-Con. Yes, there is a teacher convention, teacher and librarian portion of Comic-Con in New York Comic-Con, and I try my best to attend every year, but I haven't attended in a while. I am hoping this year. Cross your fingers that I can go, because I really want to go. I might end up actually having to go for work, which would be different, so we'll see. But this was a national marketing and publicity campaign, and the way this was, I received this in 2018. The copyright on this book said 2019. Did I get this in 2019? You know what, I think it was 2019. It was 2019 because then the year after there was no in-person Comic-Con. There wasn't. There wouldn't have been in 2020. So anyway. It's called Bury the Lead by Gabby Dunn, from the New York Times bestselling author. So I'm sure if you wanted to look the author up, you could. Bury the Lead, and it was illustrated by Claire Rowe with Miguel Muerto. And the way the U.S.'s laws are right now, this is 18 plus. There's a lot of mature scenes in the book. So like, I would not in a classroom recommend this. I would not keep it in my classroom library because I could get in trouble. So I would as a teacher, I couldn't recommend this book to any of my students because of the way the laws are right now. But there are some places where you could, but it's like your comfort level, and I am just I get nervous with things like that. Like, I don't want, that's why I love teaching. Like, there was like issues that I'm like, I can't solve that problem, and I don't want to sign my name to this. So yeah, but the book itself, this is not like my normal go-to kind of genre. It's action adventure, murder mystery, crime. There's a hero's journey, but more like her career, in terms of like what the main character wanted to do to boost their career as a journalist. It's like, her journey, but it's not like it's like a capitalist hero's journey, I guess. It's like doing what you need to do for your job. And she's a reporter, so she gets into some interesting situations, and her personal life is depicted on the pages, and some of it is quite adult. It's graphic. It's a comic book. It's a graphic novel. It's a little graphic. By American standards, for sure. Yeah. I didn't not like the book for those reasons. It wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm not really, I live in New York City. I don't want to read about crime in my read. We don't have nearly as much as we used to. The news media definitely over-exaggerates, for sure. Crime happens. Crime has always happened here, but it's significantly less than when I was growing up, and I'm in my 40s. So, but yeah. So, would I recommend this book to somebody who is into crime, mystery, whodunit, action adventure? Sure. Yeah, if that sounds your thing, you might. If that's like your thing, you might like it. And this has been around for a while. I know that it can end up getting but I never saw, like, I didn't read the corrected proof because I don't have it. So, yeah, that's how I felt about this. I have a bunch of books that I want to read. And it's been so hot in the city that it's just been a struggle to concentrate. Because it's like when you come home from work at the end of the day, because it's been so hot, like the last thing I want to do is anything. So I have not been able to do my pleasure reading because I've just been so exhausted from daily, there's a vacuum cleaner upstairs. Daily environmental challenges, but I'm not gonna let that stand in my way, and neither should you. We all are having a lot of environmental challenges, and I think that we all have to be patient. The best thing about the Lilo and Stitch movie is like Stitch learning about balance, like keeping the bad parts of him down so he could be good, and learning to be part of a family. Yeah, and I'm learning to be a New Yorker in a very, very tight space and still want to be an ASMR. So, I mean, I'm working on my doctorate. Doctoral notes. But it's also not a great time for being in a university either. So I'm doing all my research independently at the moment. And I need to focus on my reading and my writing. So I really appreciate you coming on this journey with me. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Just because I can't really control the neighbors cleaning. They gotta do what they gotta do too. So I bid you adieu. And know that I've got my nose out. I got my nose out for what you need. My nose is on the case. Thanks for watching, and remember, you are loved and appreciated.